Hi guys, this is George back here with another vlog, and today I am back here at Chessington World of Adventures to come and check out Howl O Ween, their annual Halloween event here at the park. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going around and seeing what's here. It looks like they've got quite a lot of stuff going on this year. There's a few different shows, a few other activities as well, and lots of decorations around the park as well. Of course, you've got this fantastic looking display just as you enter the park, which looks absolutely fantastic. I really like how Chessington do lots of these displays over Halloween, and they always look fantastic. I remember over Summer Festival, they kind of just chucked some random decorations around. It didn't really look like they had much thought put into it, but this has clearly had a lot of thought put into it. It always looks amazing around here, and there's lots of other displays to have a look at around the park as well, so I'm looking forward to going and seeing all of those. So yeah, this sign is here every year for the event, which looks really good. You've got all the pumpkins as well, the coffins as well. There's a skull down there, all the other plants. These look really good. You can see a lot of thought has clearly been put into this. Really like that. So over here in the Sea Life Aquarium, there is currently a kind of challenge going on for Howl O Ween. You can get an activity book and then you go around and solve all of the different puzzles in there. And I think you can get a prize as well. So yeah, that's currently going on in there. Kind of like with the Easter egg hunt that they had at Explorers. But yeah, it's all in the Sea Life Centre with this one. Here we go, here's another Halloween display around the park. There's loads of pumpkins around here as well. You can see all over there, loads of pumpkins just by the Sea Life Centre as well. This is really good. They've clearly put a lot of effort into decorating the park this year. Last year, there was a bit of a lack of decorations. So yeah, I'm glad to see that they've put more around the park this year. There's a big toad down there as well. You've got the coffins. I really like these coffins. These weren't here before. And you've got a mix of fake and real pumpkins, like all the cobwebs. It looks really good. So I just had a ride on Mandrill Mayhem there. That's a coaster I've ridden so many times now. It was a great investment to Chessington last year. Of course, it opened as part of the World of Jumanji area last year. It's a fantastic themed area, one of the best themed areas in the UK in my opinion. It's a great family thrill coaster, some good forces on there, and it's a really unique layout as well. I love when coasters are a bit different and weird and wacky, and that was certainly weird and wacky and different. It's a great layout. I really like the spiral on there. The inversion is really good as well. You get some great hang time on there. I just never would have expected a coaster with an inversion to come to Chessington. However, it was pretty rough. I was on one of the outside seats and it is getting bouncy. It's like, I mean, it wasn't too bad this time. However, I have had worse rides on it. However, it's not the smoothest of rides. And the fact that it's only a year old, I do worry about how it's going to be running this time in 5 years. I do worry it might start to get rough very quickly. It's only a year old. It should not be running like that. A brand new B&M should not be running like that. However, yeah, I guess we'll just have to see what happens with that one. I'm now here in Wild Asia and I'm about to watch the 12:30 showing of Banyan, the Final Flame, which is the show here, the dance show in this area. It's been here for the last few years and I absolutely love it. This is my favourite part of Howl O Ween. It's an incredible show. Some great fire effects in here and dancing and music, a great storyline. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. However, this year is going to be the final year of this show. And could that relate to some news that we have heard recently about this area? Of course, Wild Asia here is scheduled to be re-themed. The park have plans to bring in a new theme to this area and also a new indoor roller coaster. So the plan is for a new indoor roller coaster, or indoor and outdoor roller coaster, to be right about here. So yeah, this time in a few years, this could look very different. And of course there's 3 other rides in this area, or 3 rides in this area that are looking to be removed. So Cobra here, a Zamperla Disco, this is looking to stay. However, the park are planning to move it further off in that location closer towards where the Explorer glamping is. So that is going to be removed, and Cobra is going to be pushed over towards that side. So they're going to make this area a lot bigger. Monkey Swinger, Tuk Tuk Turmoil and the Jungle Bus, they're going to be leaving this area from what it looks like. Maybe they'll be relocated to other areas in the park, who knows. But there is a lot to talk about in terms of investment to Chessington. So maybe some of these rides in this area could be relocated to a new area of the park, and I'll talk more about that later when I get over to that section of the park. But yeah, in terms of the indoor roller coaster, it could be right here. In terms of a theme, it's heavily rumoured that this area is going to turn into a Minecraft area, which, I mean, I'm all right with that, but it will be sad to see Wild Asia go, because this is a fantastic themed area. And to be honest, it would be nice if they just gave this area a signature attraction, because this is a fantastic themed area, but I very rarely come in here because none of the attractions really stand out to me in here. Cobra's a Zamperla Disco, but I don't like Zamperla Discos because I don't like the restraints on there. Monkey Swing is a great ride, however you get soaked on it, so I don't normally go on it unless it's a hot day. You got Tuk Tuk Turmoil, which is just a Dodgems, and the Jungle Bus, which is just a Zamperla Crazy Bus, a tiny little junior ride, so there's not really much of a reason to come in here. But once it does get this indoor roller coaster, if it does happen, that will certainly be very exciting. So yeah, there have been rumours that Wild Asia is actually going to be closing at the end of this year to start preparing for what is going to replace this area. It's only rumours at the moment, we don't know what's going on, but I tell you what, it's weird to think that this could be the last time we see Wild Asia in this form. Next time we step into this area, it could look very different. Whether it does close at the end of this year or whether it's going to stay open during 2025, I don't know. But no matter what, this year is the final year of Banyan, and could that relate to this area not being around this time next Howl O Ween?
The village gathered from near and far when it was time to lay Banyan to rest. An enchanted spell was cast, and as the sun hit the horizon, watchers were astonished to see a magnificent tree standing before them. The face of their heroic leader emerging from within the bark, Banyan would stand for all of eternity. But not without hardship and troubles, for some had a terrible goal to burn Banyan to the ground, destroying the magic and ripping out his soul. Therefore, the Circle of Eight was enlisted to protect their mighty leader.
So I've just watched the first showing of the day of Banyan, the Final Flame, and that was absolutely incredible. That is the best show I've ever seen in a UK theme park. It was incredible. The fire effects in there were fantastic. The dancing was amazing. The song choice as well, really powerful, emotional music. Like watching that, knowing that this is the final year of it, it was definitely a feeling, because that is an amazing show. That's my favourite part of Howl O Ween. It is absolutely incredible. And knowing it's going to be taken out is really sad. Like that, it was just absolutely incredible. The lighting around there is amazing. The fire. I tell you what though, I wish we get to see it at night this year, because the last showing of the day is 4:30 and it's not going to be dark by then. Normally they'll have a later showing of it so you can see it in the dark. But this year, that doesn't seem to be happening, which is a massively missed opportunity, because that show is even better at night, like with all the fire and the lights and pyro. That would look incredible at night. It always does, and it would there as well. But they're just not running it later on, which is a massive shame. I mean, the park's open till 5 o'clock today, but there are days where it's open till 7 o'clock during Howl O Ween. I thought it was open till 7 o'clock every day when Howl O Ween is on. It always used to be, however, then I saw other people's videos about it closing earlier on some days, so then I thought last night, right, I better go and check just to make sure that it is a 7 o'clock close today, but it's not. It was 5 o'clock, and I was really surprised about that. When I first saw that, I thought the event wasn't going to be on, and I was like, oh no, it's not going to be on, and I've like booked to come in, I booked my train ticket and stuff, but yeah, luckily it was on. However, it's just an earlier close. But even if it was a 7 o'clock close, the last showing, according to the app, is 4:30. So why aren't they showing that at night? That's a massive missed opportunity, especially during its final year as well, because that would be incredible at night. It's an incredible show, and I'm definitely going to go back to watch it again later. I'm now going to go and have a look around the pumpkin patch, which is like a family walkthrough. This was here last year, and it was a really nice experience last year. There were a couple of actors in there last year. I'm not sure if there were actors this year, however, I'll go and find out. And whilst I'm here as well, I might as well talk about another future plan for this park. So Mexicana is set to be rethemed into a new junior area, something like CBeebies Land, Alton Towers. So, I mean, I imagine a different theme. I imagine it will be something IP, but that's the kind of scale we're looking at. With this, a 5-minute queue for Rattlesnake. You're having a laugh. That's unheard of, pretty much. Wow. That's rare. That must have had some downtime and it's only just reopened, because that is rare. But yeah, all of this area around here is said to be completely changing. Of course, Scorpion Express down here has been closed for over 2 years. There was a fire on here in August 2022, and since then it hasn't reopened. And to be honest, I've always thought that it was going to get removed. Nothing's been happening with it recently, and now it looks like those rumours have been confirmed. It looks as though this is going to be getting removed and some new attractions are going to be coming down here. In terms of what attractions, we don't know yet. I don't think the park even really know yet. I think they're still looking into it. However, there are plans to include a My First roller coaster type coaster. So yeah, I imagine we might be seeing something on the scale of maybe Duplo Dino coaster at Legoland coming down here. So yeah, that'll certainly be a good fit, because at the moment the park doesn't really have a junior coaster. It's like the first coaster you would go on, you'd take your kid on here, is probably Vampire, which, I mean, when I was a little kid, I would have been terrified of that. So they definitely do need something smaller here to kind of ease your way up to some of the more thrilling rides. But yeah, it's really interesting to see. In terms of Rattlesnake, that looks like it might be staying, because that's not been in the marked out area looking at the plan. So maybe that's going to stay, and Mexicana is still going to be here, just a bit smaller, and then we're going to have another themed area, like maybe most of Mexicana goes and turns into a new area, but then part of it still stays with Rattlesnake and a few of the buildings. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with this area. In terms of another ride I think might come down here, I was talking about Jungle Bus earlier over in Wild Asia. Maybe that could be relocated down here. That would be a perfect ride for this area, and it would save them having to buy a completely new ride system as well. So I definitely think that is going to be an option for this area, and it'll be very interesting to see what else does happen with this area. So yeah, here we go. Rattlesnake doesn't look like it's planned to be removed, which to be honest is a good thing. As much as I don't like this ride, it is a crowd pleaser. It is capacity at a park that really needs capacity. So it is looking likely that this is going to stay, which is definitely a good thing. And then maybe this side of Mexicana will stay as it is. And then more towards down that area will be where the new area is going to be, with the new coaster and other new flat rides and maybe interactive experiences and all sorts of other stuff like that. Here we go, let's head into the pumpkin patch then. I'm not seeing any actors around here. Maybe they haven't got any this year, but it is very well themed around here. Lots of hay bales and pumpkin displays. This is really nice. Loads of photo opportunities. Here we go, welcome to the pumpkin patch. Keep off the pumpkins. Pumpkin search has begun. Well, I've definitely found some pumpkins. There's quite a few here. Here we go. Yeah, this is really nice around here. It was great last year, and it looks like they've put even more details around here this year. Loads of pumpkins around here, absolutely loads. Here you go, you got some scarecrows as well. Keep off the pumpkins, please. Don't worry, I wasn't planning on climbing any. Here we go, visit the world's biggest pumpkin. Here we go, let's go see the world's biggest pumpkin. We got pumpkin soup over here. The old Creepy Caves barrels, these were. I'll tell you what, it's a shame there's not a maze like Creepy Caves here anymore. I'd love to see a new scare maze come to this park. Not something on the level of Thorpe Park Fright Nights, but something like Creepy Caves where, I don't know, you can have a less intense experience earlier on in the day and then a more intense experience later on in the day like they do with Vile Villagers. That would be really nice to see, because I do miss a proper scare maze being here. Enchanted Hollow just isn't the same. I will be going in there later and seeing that. Here we go, the best in show. Is this where the world's, oh, I think that's where the world's biggest pumpkin is. We've got a carving competition over there. Not the carving from Tully's Shocktoberfest. Here we go. Here's the world's biggest pumpkin. Do not climb our biggest pumpkin. Here we go, we've got a scarecrow here. She's looking very proud of her pumpkin. That's a pretty big pumpkin, I'll give it that. Here we go, look at all of this theming around here though. Like, bear in mind, this is normally just a seating area. You'd have no idea, like they put so much effort into this and it's completely transformed over Howl O Ween. Of course, you'd normally go over there to get to Zufari, but that's closed for the rest of the year. Yeah. Sticking with the theme of unreliable rides at Chessington this year. Here we go, loads of stuff here. The saddest pumpkin. It doesn't look too good there, does he? Happiest pumpkin, that one looks a lot happier. The best dressed. I like his bow tie and his top hat, that's good. Scariest pumpkin. The tiniest pumpkin. Oh wow, that's a very small pumpkin just there. Gonna need to zoom in to really see that one. There we go. The small, oh no, it's the tiniest pumpkin, then the even smaller pumpkin, and then the smallest pumpkin. That's funny. I love all this theming around here. It's so good. Look at all of this. The flattest pumpkin. Look at that. That's like a lid. The lumpiest pumpkin. There we go. Pumpkin with warts, that looks like. The cutest pumpkin. It's got a little bow tie on her head. And then not a pumpkin. There we go. The award for not a pumpkin goes to the banana. There we go. We've got some more theming around here. We've got the pick of the patch, more photo opportunities. This is fantastic. It's really nice about you can just take your time with this, go through at your own pace, take as many photos as you want. Thank you for visiting. That's a really nice attraction that you'd have no idea that this was normally a seating area. Like, they put so much effort into this just for Howl O Ween. You would think this is like a permanent attraction with the level of details around here. Really good. So shortly the after party show is going to be happening here in Adventure Point on the stage just here, so I'm going to stick around, watch that and see what it's like. I was just a little girl when I came along to this graveyard here where we sing a song. Rumor has it we invented how to knock him dead with the super ghosts and wolves as planned. Dance, dance, dance the way we move you in a trance, trance, trance. Ooh, we make you wanna dance, dance, dance until you can't. She can shine. This is the reason why we wanna die. You look me in the eyes. Is it all in my mind? I get lost, I get chills and emotion. I give in, I give up, I get nervous to show up. I'm a fool. after party was good fun there, good choice of music, some good dancing in there. Yeah, I enjoyed that. There was a funny moment in there as well where there was a big bumblebee that came flying over, and obviously one of the characters noticed it and they were trying to waft it away, but it was funny watching them like blending it in with their character, because with their character it fits so well, but in reality they probably weren't really thinking about doing that. They were only just doing it to try and get rid of the bee, but in actuality it worked out really well with their character, so I thought that was quite funny while watching that. That was good fun. I'm now going to head over to Enchanted Hollow, which is an upcharge experience here. So it's £10 for a child, where you get a treat bag, £5 for an adult, where you don't get a treat bag. So I'm going to go in here, see what this is like. This is the only indoor attraction here for Howl O Ween at Chessington. This replaced Creepy Caves. It was new for last year, I think it was. Yeah, it's a well-themed experience. It's a trick-or-treating experience, basically. So yeah, I'm going to go in and see what it's like for this year. Enchanted Hollow is a nice family walkthrough just there. You go through trick-or-treating, knocking on all the doors, you get treats in there as well. It's not scary in any way. It's a great experience for all the family. You can go in there at any age and enjoy it. Of course, adults can go in there. You do still get treats in there as well if you do go as an adult. Obviously, you get more if you have the bag, but that's an extra £5. So you still get some treats in there. So £5 to go in there. It's a themed experience, interactive, really nice. It's very similar to Trick or Treat Town at Alton Towers Scarefest, but obviously this one's animals instead of just kind of more monster-like people or like witches and different creatures. So yeah, I do like it. I would really like to see a more intense scare maze come back to this park, even if it's not something on Fright Night's level, just something like Vile Villagers, because we've got Vile Villagers just down here. I'd love to see something on that kind of level of intensity indoors here. That would be really good. Something like Creepy Caves. It's like they could do a more tame version at the beginning of the day and then a more intense version at the end of the day, like they do with Vile Villagers. From 12 till 3 it's a family experience, and from 3 till park close it's a more intense experience. So something like that with the scare maze would be fantastic. And then keep Enchanted Hollow as well, because that is a really nice attraction. I'm going to go for a ride on Vampire now. 35-minute queue, arrow suspended coaster. Yeah, I haven't been on this for a while, so I'll go for a ride on here and see how it's running today. It's not one of my favourites, but I'll go for a ride anyway. Vampire is an absolute classic here at Chessington. It is jolty, it is uncomfortable, however it is a classic here at the park. I'd love to see it get retracked by Vekoma. I've talked about it a lot before. I'd love to see them come in, do a full retrack, put the new trains with lap bars on it, and it would be an absolutely fantastic ride. Similar to what they did with Nemesis Reborn, when they retracked the whole thing once it was getting old and a bit rattly and a lot of stress on the track. Let's see that with Vampire. It'll be absolutely brilliant. It's too iconic to be removed, but it is a bit jolty, so it would be great to see them come in and do that. Obviously, we've seen a lot of Chessington's future plans over the last few weeks, and it doesn't look like that's in the plans at the moment, so, or at least not for the next few years. I do think it will happen at some point, however, yeah, maybe not as soon as I'd hoped, unfortunately, with that, but I definitely do think it will happen one day. However, I was hoping for that to be maybe their next project. I was expecting it to be their next project as well. I thought they'd really want to kind of get that sorted and kind of make sure it's here for a much longer time here at the park to keep thrilling riders here at Chessington, but clearly they're not really thinking about that at the moment unless there's more to be announced. But I don't know, it looks like they're pretty busy with Project Refresh and Renew and their new other area, Project Play, and all sorts of other things. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. So it's time for Vile Villagers now. I had a ride on Dragon's Fury and I watched Banyan again. Got some footage around Wild Asia. Here we go, into the scare zone.
Hello.
Welcome to the village. Have you been here before?
I have a long time ago. Not this year though. Not today.
Oh,
So yeah.
so you're back again?
I'm back again. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Now, I like to stay on this side of the village. Do you know why?
Why?
Come a little bit closer.
What is it?
It's because my friends are in the ground and I don't need to talk to them.
Oh,
I
okay.
just talk to myself. It's okay. Now, in this village, you will go past and meet some peculiar and some weird villagers today.
Yeah.
And then past the market and just up past the manor house, I'd say, we've got a vampire in it.
Okay.
Do you know what vampires like to drink?
It's blood.
They do like to drink blood.
They do.
like it very much. Now, have you had any garlic today?
I haven't. No.
Oh, you haven't.
I haven't.
Oh, you know what that means?
Yeah. It means the vampire might be after me.
So I think you better get along.
I'll go through quickly.
I think you need to go.
Yeah. Okay. I'll get going quickly. Thank you. I will go. I'll go. I'm going.
I think you need to go!
Don't worry. I'm going. Here we go.
I
Oh.
so surprised.
You can't have those. I need them to see.
Why not?
I can't see without them. Oh,
Where is the vampire hiding?
I don't know where the vampire
Are you
is.
sure?
I'm sure. I don't
Well,
know
then
where
you're
he
either
is.
a liar or useless. Either way, get out. Go on.
I'm going. Oh, hello. Here we go. Is anyone? Oh, there we go. Let's keep walking away. There's some really good theming around here. It's a great scare zone. Oh, I can see someone. Oh. Let's keep going. Hello. Oh my God. Where is she? Oh. Let's go. How do we get out of this? Oh, get out! Oh, there we go. There we go. Well, that was brilliant. Really, really good as always.
And now here I am back where I started the vlog this morning here at Chessington. I've been really impressed with the Howl O Ween event offering this year. There's some fantastic attractions. I really like Vile Villagers. That's a great scare zone. Got a really good run through of that earlier. Banyan was absolutely incredible today. As always, that is my highlight of Howl O Ween. Enchanted Hollow is really nice. It's a well-themed family experience with some great interaction. There's definitely some changes that I'd like to see happen. I'd like to see a more intense scare maze come here. Of course, they've got Vile Villagers, which is a fairly intense scare zone. It would be great to see an indoor scare maze with that level of intensity. That's definitely what I'd like to see the most here next, to see them expand. And then next year, an amazing show to replace Banyan as well, obviously. Like, if you had a scare zone, a couple of amazing shows, bring Enchanted Hollow back, bring Vile Villagers back, and then maybe even a new scare zone as well. I'd love to see another scare zone here at the event, and that would be an absolutely brilliant event. That would literally be Chessington Howl O Ween top form, because they've got some fantastic attractions here so far. However, I would like to see something stepping up a little bit, because of course they are investing more in more thrilling rides now, so there's clearly demand for more thrilling experiences, so why not go for a bit more of a thrilling Halloween attraction? I think it would be a great fit here at the park. A lot of people say like Creepy Caves was too intense, but I mean, if someone was going in there who was clearly scared, they could easily tone down the scares, and then if there was an adult going through, they could easily ramp up the scares. Something like that, again, would be fantastic here at the event, rather than something like Enchanted Hollow that is very tame, and it's designed to be very tame, and you can't really make it much scarier for the adults going in there. But yeah, I'd really like to see something like that come to the event next year. But also, as well, I'd like to see more later opening hours as well. Of course, there have clearly been some cutbacks in terms of opening hours. Today has been a 5 o'clock close, so we haven't seen the park in the dark. Even when the park shuts at 7, you only really will see about an hour of the park in the dark, because it tends to get dark about 6. If the park's closing at 7, you get about an hour, so that's good for Vaal villagers. But with Banyan, the last showing is at 4:30 and it's not dark by then, and Banyan is incredible at night, so I'd love to see them have a later showing of that for the rest of the event as well. Obviously, with when it gets closer to Halloween, it will be starting to get dark by 4:30, but when it actually being properly dark, it's not really going to happen, is it? So maybe some later opening hours next year if they're going to have something like Banyan come back. Maybe a new kind of fire show would be really good to see. But other than that, it's been a fantastic event. I really like it here. Definitely a stronger event than last year. I've had a great time here today. That's now the end of this vlog here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you all later. Bye.